Long ago, there was a kingdom unlike any other. Its name was Nyumbani. It was a place of magic and wonder where the veil between worlds was thin. The people of Nyumbani lived in harmony with nature. They understood the language of the spirits. Their king was a wise and powerful sorcerer. He ruled with compassion and grace. But even the strongest magic cannot hold back the tide of time. The king grew old. He fell ill. The court watched in despair as their beloved ruler faded away. When the king finally breathed his last, a shadow fell upon Nyumbani. Their protector was gone. The king's death created a void. Without his guidance, fear and uncertainty gripped the kingdom. The people of Nyumbani, once so united, began to quarrel amongst themselves. Their unity shattered. The kingdom, weakened and vulnerable, could not withstand the greed of neighboring lands. Soon enemies stormed the gates of Nyumbani. They laid waste to its cities and temples. The survivors were scattered to the winds. They were forced into servitude, their homeland lost to the ages. The once great kingdom of Nyumbani was no more, only whispers of its existence remained. The people of Nyumbani became refugees in a world that did not understand them. They were forced to adapt. They scattered across the lands, seeking shelter wherever they could find it. Many were enslaved, their captors indifferent to their plight. Generations passed. The descendants of Nyumbani struggled to hold on to their heritage. The stories of their ancestors, passed down through whispers and song, began to fade. They adopted the customs and beliefs of their new homes. The old ways were forgotten. The magic that once flowed through their veins seemed to disappear. Some found solace in the religions of their masters. They embraced these new gods, hoping for a respite from their suffering. Others clung to the remnants of their past, whispering prayers to forgotten deities. They kept the embers of their heritage alive in secret. Centuries turned into millennia. The descendants of Nyumbani spread across the globe. They intermingled with other cultures. They built new lives for themselves. The line between good and evil, once so clear, became blurred. Survival became the ultimate goal. They faced prejudice and hardship. They endured persecution and injustice. They learned to wear masks, hiding their true selves from a world that feared what it did not understand. Some succumbed to the darkness, their hearts hardened by suffering. They embraced cruelty and violence, perpetuating the cycle of pain. Others clung to the fading light of their ancestors. They fought for justice, for equality, for a better world. They carried the hope of Nyumbani within their hearts, even if they no longer remembered its name. But even in the darkest of times, the ancestors of Nyumbani watched over their descendants. They whispered guidance through dreams and visions. They sent signs and symbols, reminders of a forgotten past. They yearned to reconnect with their lost children, to guide them back to the light. These whispers were subtle at first, easily dismissed as tricks of the mind. A fleeting sense of déjà vu, an unexplainable connection to a stranger, a sudden, overwhelming urge to dance beneath the stars. As the ages passed, these whispers grew stronger. They manifested in unexpected ways, a surge of inexplicable strength in the face of danger. A sudden flash of insight that led to a life-saving decision. A deep, resonant hum that seemed to emanate from the very earth itself. These were not mere coincidences. They were signs. The ancestors of Nyumbani were reaching out. They were trying to awaken the dormant magic within their descendants. They were trying to remind them of who they truly were. The most potent of these signs was the Anrh. It was more than just a symbol. It was a key, a conduit, a bridge between worlds. The Anrh represented the union of heaven and earth, the eternal cycle of life, death and rebirth. It was a reminder that even in darkness, there is always light. The Anrh began to appear everywhere. It was found etched on ancient ruins. It was woven into the fabric of traditional clothing. It was whispered in lullabies and chanted in rituals. The Anrh was a beacon, calling out to those who had the ears to hear. For those who had forgotten their heritage, the Anrh was a puzzle, a mystery begging to be solved. For those who still clung to the old ways, it was a symbol of hope, a reminder that they were not alone. Slowly, the descendants of Nyumbani began to awaken. They felt a stirring within their souls, a longing for something more, something ancient, something powerful. They began to question their place in the world. They sought out their roots. They studied the old stories, piecing together the fragments of their shattered history. They learned the forgotten languages and rituals. They reconnected with the spirits of nature. As they delved deeper, they discovered the truth of their heritage. They learned of the magic that flowed through their veins. They realized that they were not simply survivors. They were descendants of kings and queens, of sorcerers and shamans. The descendants of Nyumbani began to find each other, drawn together by fate and a shared destiny. They formed communities, sharing their knowledge and rediscovering their power. They learned to control the magic within, to heal themselves and others. They knew that Nyumbani, their physical home, was lost, but they also knew that Nyumbani was more than just a place. It was an idea, a spirit, a legacy, and that legacy lived within them. They would rebuild Nyumbani not as a kingdom of bricks and mortar, but as a community of the heart, a global tribe united by their shared heritage and their unwavering belief in the power of hope. The ancestors of Nyumbani had not been forgotten. Their magic lived on, stronger than ever before. The time had come for the children of Nyumbani to rise.